Namaskar to all my fellow teachers. I welcome you to the module of Nishtha course on multilingual education in primary grades. Friends, our new National Education Policy 2020 lays special emphasis on achievement of foundational literacy and numeracy. To realize this vision, the Ministry of Education has recently launched the Nipun Bharat Mission. As part of this mission, we need to ensure that every child in the country acquires strong foundational literacy and numeracy skills by the end of grade 3. There are multiple challenges in the way of achieving this objective. One of the most important is that of the language used in teaching and learning process in primary grades. In this module, we will discuss this challenge in detail. In India, around 35% of children in primary grades are studying in a language that is unfamiliar to them. When these children enter school in grade 1, they have a limited or no understanding of the school language, which is used as a medium of instruction. It is difficult to imagine how these children, who are taught in an unfamiliar language, can achieve the objective of Nipun Bharat Mission, that is to read fluently with deep comprehension and write independently in the school language by the end of grade 3. You may have noted that both NEP 2020 and Nipun Bharat consider use of children's languages in the classroom to be of crucial importance in achieving the goal of foundational literacy and numeracy. NEP 2020 clearly lays out that every possible effort should be made to bridge the gap that currently exists between children's language and school language in primary schooling. Similarly, the Nipun Bharat Mission maintains that use of children's mother tongue for classroom instruction is a prerequisite for achieving the goal of foundational literacy and numeracy. Through this module, let us try to understand why it is essential to use children's languages in our primary grade classrooms. Language is the most important medium of learning in school education. In other words, language forms the foundation of all learning that takes place in the classroom. When children speak or listen to others, when they read a story or a poem and engage in processes such as logical thinking, reasoning, drawing inferences from a text, they do so through the medium of language. However, all this is only possible when children have well-developed language skills and a strong command over language. In the early years of schooling, children bring with them the knowledge of the language they have grown up listening to and speaking at home. By not including their familiar languages in the classroom teaching and learning process, we are depriving these children of their fundamental right to learn. Many research studies have pointed out that using children's home or familiar languages in the classroom leads to their active participation in teaching and learning process, improvement in their understanding of concepts in other subjects, as well as improvement in their levels of self-confidence, which is so important for learning. Additionally, a strong foundation in their home language also helps children in developing a mastery over other languages. To ensure that children learn effectively in the classroom, the best possible strategy is to use their home language as a medium of instruction in the initial years of schooling, while gradually introducing new languages into the curriculum. However, we know that the wide acceptance and adoption of this strategy will take time. Moreover, using this approach may also not be feasible in many situations in the country. That said, there are many other ways of incorporating children's languages in the formal teaching and learning process, such as strategic and planned use of children's languages in the oral domain. Simultaneously, it is also important to include appropriate strategies for teaching of unfamiliar languages in the teaching and learning process. In this module, we will discuss these strategies and build our understanding on effective implementation of multilingual education in the classroom. At a very broad level, multilingual education means the simultaneous use of children's familiar language and other languages in the teaching and learning process. It is an approach that relies on using children's languages to build an initial understanding of ideas and concepts while gradually helping them build mastery over other languages too. An important point to be noted here is that including children's languages in the teaching and learning process does not mean neglect of state language or English. On the contrary, languages complement each other. The true essence of multilingual education lies in the skillful integration of children's language, the state language, and English. The multilingual education perspective also informs us that if children are to be taught other languages effectively, it is best done so by building on the foundation of their first language. We will explore these ideas at length in this module to build a strong understanding of multilingual education. I hope that upon completion of the module, you will be able to engage critically with the principle of multilingual education and introduce some of the strategies discussed in the module in your classroom. I will conclude my message with the words of Sri Dron Sahu, a primary teacher in Chhattisgarh, who writes about children and says, "My education, my examination, my assessment, my evaluation, I am being taught, I have to learn. If I am at the center of it all, why is my language not?" Thank you.